Hey, welcome to the initial podcast of the Minioncast. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm right now. The YouTube channel says The Mind of T.S. Hoddle, and it's actually going to be. I'm changing it to the Minioncast because the name of the Facebook group is Hoddle's Minions. And like this podcast, my new office is under construction, and I thought I would introduce that to you. What prompted this is my youngest stepson is moving out, and my wife said, let's make this make his room the guest bedroom. Well, okay, I'm standing in the current guest bedroom, which has plenty of space to make a wonderful office. Right now it's a lot more comfortable than the one downstairs, which is in the basement, in the unfinished concrete basement in front of an AC vent. So we could have that thermostat on 72 so it doesn't kick in so much. And if the temperature gets above 90, especially the humidity's bad, forget it. I'm freezing. I have actually literally come upstairs, had to take a hot shower just to get my arm to warm up, even though it's like pushing 100 degrees outside. That's how bad it is. There's a couple of features I like. This is the fact of the matter is that it's on the top floor. We have a Cape Cod, so naturally, I got to use fans, which will shut off at the moment. So it's getting a little warm in here. But some fans to circulate the air from the AC. Because, I don't know, those of you who live in a Cape Cod know that room or the rooms on the top floor do not, under any circumstances, circulate air very well. But the other feature I like is it has a bathroom, a finished bathroom, except I'm going to have to do something to the end of the bathtub. Our contractor was supposed to do this, and if you have ever listened to me or editor Ellen Campbell, who is associated with the Keystroke family of podcasts, contractors are a bunch of lying sacks of, well, anyway, I won't get into it. There's some good contractors out there. The two that Ellen and I have dealt with are not among them. But I like having a bathroom. Has a bathtub. Doesn't have a shower, but it has a bathtub. But I just like the fact that I can just run to the John real quick, because this is where I'm going to do my day job as well. Now, one feature, there's a bathroom near my my old office. It's in the basement. It's unfinished. If there's our sewer line has a periodic backup, and that's where it backs up. So I'm just kind of phobic about that. But this office has one feature. I'm not sentimental about it in the least, but low ceilings. My current office also has a low ceiling. When we moved in, I banged my head. My youngest stepson, the one who's moving out, and stepson from the previous marriage, were helping. We're when we were moving in. Those guys laughed at me. I got a concussion, and they're laughing at me. I'm like, you two are out of the will. So, anyway, there are some things that I have decided to bring up already, because these are very important items to me, anyway, that have to be in the office. And of course, the first is, take a look at this. I can't tell how well this picture's looking. That is a collage my wife put together for, we all went out west a couple years ago. My wife, my stepson, and her mother drove Route 66, which was fun. And I says, hey, I want a cross-country trip too, but I can only get a week off. So I flew to San Fran. We had a great weekend in San Francisco, Pier 39. Check it out. It's a tourist trap, but it's a lot of fun. What's not fun are taxis. And anyway, so they did Route 66, and she put that collage together while we were on our trip, and it's on my desk in my my old office, right at my elbow, so I get to see that every day, and it's candy and healthier times, but it's it's one of my favorite gifts she's ever given me. Second thing I got, the pets are always important. They kind of define eras in your life. And all through my first marriage, we had a cat named Toonses. And right before that lady and I split up, we unfortunately had to take him in and put him down. He had strokes. I've never heard of cats having strokes before, but it happens. Believe me, I got to witness it twice. And the second one, he was not coming back from that one. I about cried for 3 days. This is Toonses. Yes, that's the original name that we gave that cat. Well, it had something else, and I said, I'm not telling people we have that name, so I kind of modified it. And Toonses was still a big skit on Saturday Night Live at the time, so this was years and years and years ago. Yes, I'm old. And the more previous marriage, the ex-wife I still talk to, we had a dog named Girl, and when we split up, I said, can I have visitation rights? And I did. I got visitation rights, and Girl would get excited when I come over to pick Austin up to go out for a beer or something like that. And this is her. And I've had maybe 2 other dogs in my life that I'm really attached to. One was a Samoyed named Noodles. We had her for about 14 years, died of old age. And then there was Seamus that we named. It was actually my brother's dog, but we named him for a Pink Floyd song because at first he liked the barking dog, and then you would sing the song and he'd come running, and we just called him Seamus, and he started coming to Seamus. So, dumbest dog I ever owned. But Girl is the most loyal, and she is my favorite dog. I mean, she was family, and I absolutely adored that dog, and I about cried, when her mommy had to take her in and have her put down. She was just really, really sick, and there was literally nothing we could do for her. The only problem was I didn't appreciate getting the text. I was on my 3rd or 4th date with Candy, and you have to do this tonight. But we got through that, and we miss her. And then, of course, this is important. This should be in every author's office. Dogs Playing Poker, ladies and gentlemen. Every author should have a copy of Dogs Playing Poker. So this is what's going to go up on the wall here, along with some book covers that I put together. There's one I got to pick up. For some reason, Suicide Run does not want to run her into an 8x10, and I finally got it to work. So here are the beginnings. Obviously, the coffee maker, because I don't want to run downstairs every time I finish a cup of coffee. I can run out of coffee more efficiently up here by myself, so unless I want it in the French press. And you got to work for it, so it doesn't matter. Just some office equipment, and that's sitting on a bookshelf that I brought up. I got to bring up 2 of them. I got to bring up my turntable. Bringing up I used to call it the door table, but my stepson was using it for something else when he put it in his man cave, and now he's got a completely different table. And this is my desk. I am downsizing, so I'm going to get that and something to put my printer on that I can get to rather quickly. I may have to relearn how to do the wireless. But yeah, this is it. Some of this is downsizing and some of this is upsizing. Now, the other thing is the old office, all my books are going to stay in there, which means I will have a library. I will have an office and a library. And with my stepson moving out, I'm going to have to refurnish the man cave. I'm not in a hurry to do that because I'll probably find a place to put my TV up here. And then, which is, he's got a TV in his room. He's just going to take that. He says, I don't want that. I said, good. I want my old TV back. I just need a new Roku so I can watch Apple. So there's that. And yeah. So I will have a man cave, a library, and an office. My powers have doubled since the last time. In fact, they've tripled since the last time we met. So, yeah, the Wizard of Oz pics are going into storage. Those are my wife's, and I better not damage them or I will be single again. And, I've sort of been given the boot twice. I don't want to do it a 3rd time, not that the alternative, which is widowhood or dying, are any better. But I kind of like to finish one out naturally. Just every day's a gift, and every day's a gift. And my ex-wife and I like to remind each other that sometimes we should have kept the gift receipt. But anyway, so this is what the office looks like. Some of this is actually going to stay put, and it'll kind of be partitioned off by the bookshelves. And it is a mess. There's piles of stuff that we just never put away. I'm still trying to figure out why there is a can of Ready Whip up here. It's, you can let your imagination run wild, but you never hear the Ready Whip makes a noise, and I've never heard the noise go off. So, basically, it's like, what are you eating cookies in bed or what? I've heard of a few creative uses for Ready Whip that I won't get in here because I don't write erotica. But at the same time, I'm like, this has been sitting up here for about a month, so kind of, yeah, it's probably disgusting. So anyway, all right. Well, this is it for the initial. We'll call it a vlog for now because it's just me. The initial Minioncast. I will give you an update in about a week of how the office is coming along. Like I said, I'm not in a hurry to move, but I want to get this done because, my God, this is so cool. So we're going to do that. I'm going to work on that and then give you an update on that. And meanwhile, I have to learn how to do title cards and end cards and put music over this stuff, which means I got to get some editing software. Microsoft Movie Maker or something. That's nothing fancy. My needs are simple. And then somehow I got to learn to plug StreamYard and all that. So, all right. So, this is T.S. Otto signing off, the Minioncast.